I'm Dan Ackerman, and we are here taking a look at the 13-inch version of Apple's new MacBook Air. Now, the original MacBook Air was pretty much the definition of a specialty system. Had a really cool design, but that was offset by limited connections and slower CPUs that really made it not that useful for all but a small sliver of consumers. Here in the second generation of MacBook Airs, Apple has really addressed a lot of those problems. They've added a second USB port, an SD card slot, some more powerful processors, and they even upped the screen resolution, and that makes this new 13-inch MacBook Air a much more universally useful system, perhaps not as much so as the 13-inch MacBook Pros that just got refreshed, or even the classic white 13-inch MacBook, but there are no longer the big disadvantages of sticking with the Air design. You can actually use this as your regular laptop and get away with it. I think the thing that we like the most about this second generation of MacBook Air is that instead of just one USB port, it now has two, and the one was really limiting if you wanted to plug in, let's say, a mouse or any other accessory, like let's say your iPhone or even your iPad at the same time. You've got an SD card slot, which is handy for using a digital camera or any other kind of portable media or data you'd put on an SD card. But even more than that, I like the fact that the 13-inch screen on this is a 1440 by 900 screen. That is actually a higher resolution than you can get on the newly refreshed 13-inch MacBook Pros. Those are the new super fancy Sandy Bridge ones. So even though those laptops are faster, on the 13-inch version at least, the screen resolution is lower. And of course, you still have all the stuff that makes this a MacBook. You've got that, island keyboard design, although it's not backlit in this model, which is kind of disappointing. And of course, the big glass touchpad. And nobody really does the touchpad as well. Once you get into those four-finger gestures, like going like this to get all your windows in that expose format and see everything at the same time, or just send them all away with the flick of four fingers, it's really hard to go back to a regular PC touchpad. Now, the MacBook Air still use Intel's older Core 2 Duo CPUs, while the new MacBook Pros, 13, 15, and 17-inch, all use the second generation of Intel's Core i series. They call those the Sandy Bridge chips, and I'm not going to lie, they're obscenely fast. So you're going to take a step down in terms of speed with the Airs, whether it's the 11-inch Air or the 13-inch Air, but it's still more than enough for everyday work, even light video editing and some basic gaming, because it's got that integrated NVIDIA graphics built in there. Now, all this does not come cheap. The 13-inch Air starts at $1299, and you've got to compare that versus $999 for the 11-inch Air, or the white regular MacBook, or even $499 for an iPad, which really does a lot of the same things that a regular laptop does. I'm Dan Ackerman, and that is the 13-inch MacBook Air.
What's up, Brian Tong here, and if you want the scoop for all the good and bad inside the Apple world, then the only thing you should be watching is CNET's Apple Byte. I'll give you the latest news, rumors, tips, apps of the week, and even call out the bad apples. So watch it all at cnet.com/AppleByte, and I'll see you there.